co-pays, and deductibles. This Republican healthcare crisis must be addressed with the fierce urgency of now. That's not a partisan position. It's a widely held view amongst the American people all across the country, which is why our position continues to be clear. We will sit down to negotiate with members of the Trump administration, with Republican leaders in the House and the Senate. We're ready to do it now, but we have to also address the Republican healthcare crisis. Questions?
Leader Jeffries. Thank you. Good afternoon. Yesterday, Leader Schumer indicated that the longer this goes on, this is better for the Democrats. Do you believe, as Republicans suggest, that that's a callous remark, that this is kind of a scorekeeping going on here?
House and Senate Democrats have been completely aligned, and we've taken a principled position in defense of the health care of the American people. Leader Schumer and Senate Democrats have courageously taken vote after vote against the partisan Republican spending agreement and bill, because that bill continues to gut the health care of the American people. This is an extraordinary health care crisis that even Marjorie Taylor Greene recognizes is a very real thing for everyday Americans all across the country. The largest cut to Medicaid in American history that Republicans have visited upon the American people. That's a real thing. The possibility of a $536 billion cut to Medicare that will take effect at the end of this year if Congress doesn't act because of the one big ugly bill. That's a real thing. The fact that unless we extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles by thousands of dollars per year. That's a real thing. The fact that hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health clinics are closing all across the country, including in rural America, that's a real thing. The Republican healthcare crisis is real. It's upon us. It's devastating the country. And House Democrats partnering with Senate Democrats are standing up on principle in defense of the American people.
Have you spoken?
The president brought your name up earlier today during the cabinet meeting. Was that the first time that he has actually said your name out loud? And also, why is it important for you to have something resembling a working relationship with the president?
I guess it appears to be the first time that he has actually mentioned my name, but we obviously, more importantly, had a meeting a week ago to sit down at the White House, at the Oval Office, to try to negotiate a bipartisan spending agreement to, at the time, avoid a shutdown and also to address the Republican healthcare crisis. Unfortunately, subsequent to that Oval Office meeting, the Republican behavior has been erratic at best. Subsequent to that White House meeting, all we saw from President Trump were deep fake videos, threats to cancel projects, promises made to engage in mass firings, Republicans in the House continuing to be on vacation all across the country, and Leader Thune engaging in the classic definition of legislative insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over and over again, bringing the same partisan Republican spending bill to the Senate floor over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Things are not going to change until Republicans actually decide to get serious about a bipartisan negotiation, because our position has been well articulated in defense of the American people: cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save healthcare.
Leader Jeffries, have you spoken with Speaker Johnson about Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva? Is he setting a precedent here that you could follow?
Well, Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva should be sworn in now. It should have happened this week. It should have happened last week. It needs to happen next week.
Leader Jeffries, you mentioned that you will sit down with the Trump administration. You say that it's going to be up to President Trump to give Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune marching orders on how to resolve this issue. Vance is reportedly going to Indiana tomorrow to talk to Indiana Republicans about retrying their maps. Appears that the president could be going to the Middle East in the aftermath of the peace agreement that was announced yesterday. Does that indicate to you that the shutdown will go on into the weekend, into next week? What are your thoughts about the administration's movement heading into the weekend as the shutdown goes on?
Donald Trump and Republicans shut the government down because they'd rather inflict pain on the American people than address the healthcare crisis that they've created. And the behavior that we continue to see, including the vice president apparently traveling to Indiana to try to rig the congressional map as part of their effort to steal the midterm elections, again reinforces the lack of seriousness in terms of their behavior, particularly as it relates to reopening the government or making sure that our military troops who are in harm's way are actually paid. And it's very unfortunate that their behavior continues to signal that they are uninterested in the type of bipartisan negotiations necessary to bring the Trump Republican shutdown to a close. I hope that changes. I hope it changes today. I hope it changes tomorrow. We'll meet with them anytime, any place, anywhere, either here at the Capitol or back in the Oval Office. But Republicans need to get serious about reopening the government. They need to get serious about reaching a spending agreement that actually makes life better for the American people, addresses the cost of living crisis that exists in America that Donald Trump promised to fix on day one, but costs haven't gone down on day one. Costs have gone up. The Trump tariffs are making life more expensive. And now, because of their refusal to deal with the Affordable Care Act tax credits, healthcare premiums are about to explode.
Jeffries, would you support a standalone bill for military members?